Every May and June, the forests of northeastern Ohio are filled with nesting birds. They are all around us, but rarely do we get to see them up close. This wood thrush nest sits 8 feet off the ground in a Lake County forest. The chicks here are about 9 days old, and the eggs were laid in late May. The call of the wood thrush is known for its flute-like quality. Occasional insect outbreaks, like that of the periodical cicada, provide abundant food for the wood thrush, but food isn't all they need to survive. These birds built their nest in the middle of 600 acres of forest and successfully raised their young. Other wood thrushes are not so lucky. If their nest is built in a forest fragment, which is a smaller patch of forest crowded by other land uses, the chicks may never make it out of the nest. Populations of wood thrush have been declining steadily since the 1960s, according to the Breeding Bird Survey. These Lake Metroparks volunteers are working to learn more about the wood thrush and its dilemma. As part of Cornell Laboratory of Ornithology Birds in Forested Landscapes study, they are monitoring forest areas for evidence of the birds and their nests. One of their findings is that the wood thrushes, which have built their nests in smaller forest fragments, more often lose their young to predators or competition from cowbirds. The cowbird is the main enemy of the wood thrush today. Known as a nest parasite, the cowbird lays its eggs in other birds' nests. The unknowing substitute mother, often a wood thrush, is stuck feeding the young cowbird, which outgrows the wood thrush nestmates, taking most of the food and sometimes even pushing thrush young out of the nest. Lake Metroparks became involved in this citizen science project as a way to learn more about the wood thrushes that are protected by the park's forest holdings. Forest fragmentation affects our parks, and we can use the information gleaned from bird population studies to help us make management decisions. The dedicated volunteers in this project play tapes of bird songs and calls to determine if there are birds in the area. The next step is to identify any nesting activity. Finding a bird nest in a dense forest is as difficult as it sounds, but some volunteers have become quite skilled.
What are we looking?
The ultimate goal is to find out what is happening to all of the young nestlings. Do they survive and continue to fill our forests with the beautiful call of the wood thrush, or are they lost due to a cowbird or nest predator? Only time and stewardship will tell.